Throughout all of comic history, the two reigning kings are legendary: the Marvel Universe, the red and white world of comics, and DC, the first superhero comics in history. Now, if it were the entire Marvel and DC universes fighting, that'd be too much research and too many outcomes. So we're going to have a select few characters fight on teams. For Marvel, we'll have Hulk, Captain America, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Deadpool, Iron Man, and Phoenix. And for DC, we'll have Superman, Batman, Aquaman, Green Lantern, the Joker, Steel, and Wonder Woman. I'm one fish mob, and it's my job to see who would win in a war. Marvel, a lush world of creativity, colorful characters, and imaginative locations. Home to the X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, and the Avengers. Marvel is currently one of the most popular brands on the planet and is currently reigning supreme as one of the most profitable franchises ever. And with a large universe like this comes a lot of characters. First up on the Marvel team is the Incredible Hulk. The Hulk has unlimited strength with his max potential restrained subconsciously by Banner to prevent casualties. He's able to leap at speeds of up to 473 miles per hour and can leap high enough to nearly reach Earth's orbit. The Hulk is able to exert himself for days without fatigue, and his stamina increases with rage. He's also invulnerable. He can survive plant-bursting explosions and attacks from Galactus. He has a healing factor that lets him heal from damaged or destroyed areas of the body. He's also been capable of regenerating limbs, and his immune system repels chemical substances with increased rage. His strength is not just limited to his arms or jumping. The Hulk has superhuman speed. The Hulk can surpass an aircraft's speed, can catch mortar fire and missiles fired at him. The Hulk is also able to manipulate gamma radiation into attacks, like his trademarked Thunderclap. The Hulk is definitely the strongest one there is. He has stalemated with Warrior's Madness Thor, withstood Human Torch's Nova Blast, lifted a 150 billion ton mountain, threw Fin Fang Foom to the moon, has potentially limitless strength, and destroyed an asteroid 2 times the size of the Earth into pieces with one punch. But the Hulk is not perfect. Hulk is vulnerable to gamma radiation draining. The Hulk doesn't start transformation at peak strength and durability. Metals like vibranium and adamantium can pierce his skin in an early stage. He has a childlike mind as Savage Hulk, and has been reverted back to Banner by puppies and one of Spider-Man's jokes. Up next is Captain America. Captain America is a super soldier, has been trained in many different areas, is adept in all fighting styles, a master tactician, multilingual, proficient in all weapons even though he prefers his shield, an expert acrobat. He's capable of chi manipulation, he can resist all forms of mind control, and is proficient in driving all kinds of vehicles. Speaking of which, Cap's most iconic weapon is his shield. The shield is an unrepeatable combination of proto-adamantium and vibranium. This mixture makes Cap's shield virtually indestructible, since the only way to damage the shield is by tampering with its molecular bonding. Cap is definitely one of Marvel's most powerful characters. He survived being frozen in ice for 70 years, he can run almost 50 miles per hour, got a tornado with his bare hands, threw the Hulk off his feet, can jump 20 to 30 feet high, and can survive a drop from an airplane at cruising altitude into water without a parachute. Up next is Wolverine. Wolverine is over 100 years old, and through this time he has learned to be a master tactician, a master martial artist, has mastered 15 martial arts, is experienced enough to keep up with Black Panther and Iron Fist, an expert marksman and swordsman, and is a skilled acrobat. He also has an array of superpowers as well. He can hear through thick walls, see at a far distance with clear vision, even in the dark, and can smell hidden targets. He can lift over 955 pounds and press up to 2 tons, complete with superhuman stamina, durability, speed, agility, and reflexes. But his most useful power is his healing factor. He can regenerate from most wounds in seconds, is immune to poisons and toxins, and offers some psionic resistance. But his most famous power is his retractable claws. Each of these come in at 12 inches and can cut through almost anything. His bones, as well as his claws, are laced with adamantium, making them virtually unbreakable, as well as add weight to his blows. But his most dangerous state is his berserker state. In this state, Wolverine begins lashing out with intensity and the aggression of an enraged animal. He becomes unpredictable to telepaths and offers even more resistance to psychic attacks. Wolverine has been through a lot. He's survived blows from stronger characters like the Hulk, and has regenerated from nothing but bones. But he is not perfect. Wolverine is vulnerable to magnetism. His healing factor has been halted by special metals and weapons. He is killable by drowning or destroying all of his body's cells, and due to his adamantium bones, has trouble swimming. Up next is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Spidey carries twin wrist-mounted web shooters. These shooters carries web fluid pressurized at 300 psi, and is strong enough to restrain the Hulk. Spidey also has all the powers that a spider has. He can climb up nearly any surface, can bench press up to 10 tons, can run up to speeds of 200 miles per hour with just as impressive reflexes to boot, and has superhuman stamina and durability. But his most valuable power is the Spider Sense. This power gives Spidey the ability to sense danger and react to it almost instantly. But the Spider Sense can be tricked by characters that can match it or by specialized drugs. Spidey has done many impressive things over the years. He has defeated the Hulk, became a member of both the Fantastic Four and Avengers, and has developed the unique ways of the spider martial art. But he has weaknesses. His durability has limits, is arguably naive, and is vulnerable to the anti-spider pesticide, ethyl chloride. Up next is Deadpool. Deadpool is a trained superhuman mercenary that is just a little crazy. Being superhuman, he has superhuman stamina, superhuman speed, superhuman agility, superhuman reflexes, and he is able to lift up to 800 pounds. He has a healing factor derived from Wolverine. This allows him to heal from wounds and injuries quickly and makes him resistant to drugs and chemicals. But no mercenary is complete without his equipment. His teleporter belt allows him to teleport short distances. He carries a crud ton of weapons such as his twin katanas, hammers, pistols, submachine guns, and a lot more. All these weapons are stored or can be pulled out of his magic satchel, which holds unlimited weapons and ammunition. He also has a force wall awareness, and is able to break it through the only way he can. Deadpool isn't a powerful mercenary for nothing. He's immune to psychics and Ghost Rider's penance stare, survived being liquefied by the Hulk in nuclear explosions, proves unpredictable against Taskmaster, and has tangled with Thanos on occasions. But he is not indestructible. If he's decapitated, his head does require reattachment. He can regrow limbs, but it takes time. He is killable by drowning and destroying all of his cells, and his mental stability sometimes creates problems such as voices in his head. Up next is the CEO of Stark Enterprises and former head of S.H.I.E.L.D., Iron Man. For this fight, we're giving him his standard Mark 42 armor. This armor gives him the ability to lift up to 100 tons and can lift higher amounts with more power. The suit makes him fast enough to keep up with and outmaneuver Spider-Man and the Human Torch. All of his suits give him the ability of flight.
with average speeds reaching up to Mach 10, and the jets equipped to the suits can aid in his lifting strengths. The suit can also absorb far-away energy sources to recharge said suit and effectively shields him from hostile environments. His suit can generate magnetic fields to push and pull metal objects, and can even negate Magneto's magnetism. The suit comes with an onboard computer that provides strategies, background on opponents, surroundings, and status of the suit. In the boot, it helps prevent enemy targeting systems from locking onto him. Using Dazlov's tech, you don't know nothing yet. The suit can override the systems of other tech. It also includes the radar and night vision system and can monitor the vitals of other people, including heart and brain scans. But it's not just all defense. The suit comes equipped with repulsor rays, a particle beam weapon that is strong enough to blast through steel-like paper and blast a hole through a mountain. His unibeam is a searchlight that can destroy objects in its path. The unibeam is over 25,000 degrees Fahrenheit, easily able to cause irreversible blindness and even disintegrate. His energy blade can be flattened into a shield and spread across entire armor for protective covering. Smart Missiles is a program that specifically targets the weak points of structures and opponents. His defensive abilities are just as impressive. His suit can withstand high-caliber bullets, rockets, missiles, torpedoes, and high-powered lasers with little to no damage. It is also capable of withstanding almost unlimited kinetic and thermal impact. It also comes with an energy shield capable of reflecting attacks. The suit isn't powered by nothing. The repulsor tech node runs the Iron Man armor, and it's the thing that projects the suit's beams at will. It can destroy bullets, repel people, pick up invisible frequencies, and enhances his strength, durability, healing, and senses. It offers him superhuman multitasking and learning capabilities, and protects the wearer from psychics. But Iron Man is not weak without his suit. He has super genius intelligence, is an engineering expert tactician, and skilled combatant. He is trained with Captain America, Black Widow, Black Panther, and Shang-Chi, and has fought trained guards, 5 trained Skrull soldiers, and numerous Voldy gladiators. Iron Man is definitely one of the leaders of the Avengers for a reason. He lifted a 16,000-ton nuclear reactor, withstood a nuclear explosion at 2% power. His shielding resisted a blast from the Mandarin's spectral ring, and defeated She-Hulk with a single punch. But he is not perfect. He is dependent on the RT node. He struggles with alcohol addiction, and his overrides can lead to system failure if left unchecked. And the final member for Marvel is Jean Grey, aka the Phoenix. Jean Grey is one of her universe's most powerful psychics and was the first option for the Phoenix Force to possess. She is also one of the smartest X-Men, with her intelligence rivaling that of Beast. As a psychic/telekinetic, even though she does have great physical stamina, she prefers to manifest her telepathy in a number of defensive ways. Her telepathic cloak can mask her presence and the use of her abilities from being detected by other psions and other psychic entities. She can extend these defenses to others around her as well, but it is not perfect, as powerful psies may notice and see through this ability. She can rearrange the mental engrams of mutants so their thoughts cannot be detected by Cerebro-type devices or by other telepaths. She is able to erect a psychic shield for protection of herself and of others' minds, and can create realistic telepathic illusions and cause people to experience events which are actually not happening. Her telepathic camouflage can alter the apparent physical appearance of herself and other people by altering the perceptions of those around her. This can go so far as to make other people believe that they are invisible. But she's imposed by the number of people she is trying to fool, not the number of people she is camouflaging. She can manipulate other people's minds to achieve a variety of effects. She can erase, implant, restore, or alter the memory of others. She can control the thoughts and actions of others or possess the mind of another, and use that being's body as her own. She can even go one step further by transferring her mind and powers into other host bodies if her own physical body is killed. She can telepathically sedate her victims so that, if already rendered unconscious, they remain unconscious for as long as she continues this. She can also dilate powers by placing psychic inhibitors in the minds of mutant adversaries to prevent them from using their powers. But she doesn't just use her mind for headaches. Her telekinesis allows her to levitate, propel, or manipulate objects however she wishes, or lift herself up and move through the air. She can simulate individual molecules to create heat, generate concussive forces, blast, or bursts as well. The psychic blast can project psychic force bolts which have no physical effects, but can affect the victim's mind in order to cause pain or turning someone brain dead. She is also shown to have incredible empathic powers that enable her to empathically control, manipulate, and alter the feelings, sensations, and emotions of others. But if she needs an even greater boost of power, she can access her most famous form, the Phoenix. In this form, she becomes one of the most powerful characters in Marvel and fictional history. In this state, she can manifest her telekinesis as a psychic firebird whose claws can inflict both physical and mental damage. Her force fields at this state can either create a telekinetic field to either shield her and her teammates, or use it to lift multiple heavy objects and throw it at her enemy. As a Phoenix, she can manipulate and transmute matter on a subatomic level to turn into something else, like transforming wood to gold. Neither she nor the Phoenix Force should be judged on first sight, or even though she has other feats, there's one that always stands out. She is able to destroy galaxies at best, and can destroy planets at worst. And that's Team Marvel. Sounds like they are bringing a lot to the table, but let us see what the rival team is bringing. Before Image, before Dark Horse, and before Marvel, there was a series of comics called Action Comics. And this is where the father of all superheroes began, and started the company that eventually became known as DC. This is the home of the Teen Titans, Green Lantern Corps, the Suicide Squad, Batman, and the Justice League. And with a long history like this, comes a lot of characters. First up is the last son of Krypton, Superman. Superman is the first superhero and is considered one of the strongest in fictional history. But where does he get this power? From solar radiation. Due to him feeding off the sun, he can constantly absorb power from it. This gives him a healing factor as a result. Different kinds of light from different kinds of suns have different effects. Being superhuman, he has super senses such as super hearing, X-ray vision, telescopic vision, microscopic vision, electromagnetic spectrum vision, and theta vision. But he doesn't just sense his ways out of situation. He can fly, he is strong enough to move planets, can move up to light speed, and has heat vision. He also has super breath, which allows him to exhale winds of great force. Or he can use his Arctic breath to freeze enemies in place, but his most deadly attack is the Infinite Mass Punch. He achieved this by accelerating his fist to near light speed, giving it relativistic mass. Once he uses it, the impact is equivalent to 10 octillion megatons and can destroy planets. But it does use up a lot of Superman's energy. Superman's brain is also just as impressive. He has perfect photographic memory, is a technological genius, master tactician, and can read and memorize DNA. He has also learned several different fighting styles. He learned pressure points with Batman, hand-to-hand combat with Wonder Woman, boxing with Wildcat, psychic barriers with John Johns, worked with Morgul II to uncover his full potential, and two Kryptonian martial arts, Torquatum Rao and Torquatum Vo. Both of these enhances and protects his body and mind. Superman is definitely one of the strongest characters in fiction, but he has major flaws. He is reliant on constant solar radiation. Kryptonite severely weakens his muscles and eliminates stored solar power. He is vulnerable to magic and magic-enhanced weapons and spends more time protecting others than improving his skills. Up next is DC's poster boy, most profitable character, and one of the most recognizable names in all of fiction, the Batman. The Batman is considered one of DC's strongest non-superpowered characters, and here's why. He knows several different skills for crime fighting. He has mastered 127 martial arts. He can bench press 1,000 pounds and leg press 2,500 pounds. Is a master acrobat and athlete, an expert strategist, master escape artist, ventriloquist, and expert detective. All this is amped up more with his bat suit. The suit is composed of Nomex reinforced fabric with a fire-resistant memory cloth cape. The suits come equipped with blade gauntlets, steel-toed boots, a nose-piece gas filter, and a 200,000 volt electrode network. Batman always carries his trusty utility belt with him. Contained in the belt is his grapple gun, gas mask, tear gas, smoke pellets, bolas, tracers, and his most iconic weapon, the Batarangs, which has a variety of effects and uses. Batman is definitely a survivor. He's solved numerous unsolvable crimes, can best meta-humans in combat, single-handedly defeated Superman and the Justice League, and is the only non-powered founder of the Justice League. But he is not perfect. Even though he had no exploitable physical weaknesses, he has to be rescued more than any other member of the Justice League, and his mental stability is barely in check. Up next is the son of an underwater explorer, king of Atlantis, and is the butt of many jokes, Aquaman. But despite being the butt of jokes, Aquaman is no joke. Aquaman is an expert hand-to-hand combatant. In the aid him in conflict, he carries the Trident of Neptune. The Trident is his signature weapon, and gives him sole power as King of the Sea. With this weapon, he can control water and produce electricity and force fields. As a superhuman, he has various powers. He is the greatest swimmer in the multiverse and can speak to sea animals. He can breathe underwater, can see in the murkiest of water, and has enhanced hearing and smelling. But he doesn't just use water or fish to fight. His physical ability are at a superhuman level, naturally. He is 150 times stronger than a normal human. He is able to pick up large boulders and tanks and throw them with ease. He can use his strength to smash through wood, metal, brick, and concrete barriers. But his strength does appear dependent on how hydrated he is. He can swim over 100 miles per hour, but in times of distress, he has been shown to reach speeds of up to 1,000 knots. His reflexes are superior to even near meta-humans, and is around 12 to 15 times faster than a normal human. But he is not perfect. Aquaman must return to the water after a period of time or he will weaken. In brightest days and blackest nights, I couldn't just leave Green Lantern out of this fight. The Green Lantern in of himself is a popular character, but not on the same playing field as what Superman and Batman has. But the Green Lantern is able to stand on his own for several reasons, these being some of them. Just like any other Green Lantern, Hal wears the Green Lantern ring. Even though it needs to be charged every once in a while, this is what gives Hal his Green Lantern powers. The ring allows him to create hard-like constructs, fire blasts of energy like bullets, and can absorb multiple different forms of energy. The ring also has automatic powers such as his auto shield and auto aura. As a Green Lantern, Hal has several cosmic abilities such as time travel, dimensional travel, reality warping, creating portals to other universes, and can control time and dimensions. As well, he has other powers such as flight, breathing in space, translation of languages, minor telepathy, intangibility, and scanning objects or creatures. Green Lantern's will has been proven unbreakable. He battles cosmic entities on a regular basis, can use constructs the size of planets, generated 1/3 of the force needed to pull the Earth, and is able to travel through black holes. But Hal is not the best at what he does. His constructs can be broken by beings with strong enough force, and Hal relies heavily on the ring more than any other power. Up next is the one and only Clown Prince of Crime and ultimate enemy of every incarnation of Batman, the Joker. The Joker uses a wide variety of instruments to exact his homicides, and is a genius at criminal activities, being able to stay one step ahead of the law. The Joker is a sufficient expert in chemistry, and was able to make deadly weapons based on party gag items, and has shown to be a skilled, fearless, and unpredictable fighter. The Joker is a surprisingly strong hand-to-hand combatant. This is due to his utter lack of self-preservation, since he shows a casual indifference to pain. He is an expert escapist and has stronger endurance than a normal human being. But he doesn't just use his fists to fight, he carries a variety of gear. He carries razor-bladed playing cards, handguns, trick guns, joy buzzers that actually electrocutes, and Joker gas. The Joker is one of the DC Universe's most dangerous villains. He was able to torture Jason Todd and break his spirit, and has gone toe-to-toe with Batman on multiple occasions. But despite being mighty, his greatest strength is his greatest flaw. His insanity has led many of the incarnations of the Joker to their defeat or untimely deaths. Up next is the Armor Warrior of Justice, Steel, aka the DC's Iron Man. After being inspired by Superman, he modeled his power suit after him to fight the evil that lives within Metropolis. For this fight, we'll be using his iconic steel power armor. The suit varies in accordance with what hardware is currently available, and he has modified the original weapon systems and suit several times since its debut. With his engineering, physics, and ballistics knowledge, the suit may potentially possess even greater power in the future. The suit performed admirably considering Steel's opponents, who include Cyborg, Superman, and Metallo. The suit's resistance to physical injury was quite considerable before the addition of the inertial dampening field, and small firearms was generally not a threat, but larger firearms could prove dangerous. The power armor comes equipped with jet boots. These allow him to fly at high altitudes. The suit is equipped with immune systems to help fight off computer viruses and help protect him against mind control agents. The suit is also able to analyze photonic energy given off from an object through readouts that the armor gives him. But his preferred weapon is definitely his sledgehammer. The hammer can increase its kinetic energy depending on the distance it's thrown, and is capable of stopping a car, a truck, and even a tank. Steel's hammer can respond to its vocal command and can be converted into a sonic cannon. The hammer also has a built-in electromagnet, which can create EMPs, and a magnetic pole to disarm opponents in tune to the Earth's magnetic field. Steel may not be Superman, but he is still a powerful foe. He can throw his hammer at a distance higher than 60 yards, and can do more damage than Superman. But he is not good at free throws. And the final member of the DC team is the ambassador of Themyscira and self-appointed protector of the Earth, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman has been trained since childhood, making her skilled at armed and unarmed combat. As an Amazon warrior princess, she is the best of the Amazons, but in combat she prefers fists over blades. And over her life, she was granted several powers by Greek gods and goddesses. The powers from Demeter gives her superhuman strength, superhuman durability, resistance to magic, and an enhanced healing factor. The powers from Hermes gives her the ability of flight, the max speed being Mach 5. Her reflexes are faster than Superman, and she can move up to hypersonic speeds. She was also granted various other powers, including enhanced senses, being multilingual, increased wisdom, superior empathy, and animal rapport. But she doesn't just use her fists for battle. She carries a lot of bizarre equipment to aid her. She carries the Lasso of Truth. The lasso is an unbreakable, infinitely elastic string that forces people to tell the truth. Her tiara has razor-sharp edges that can cut through most substances. The tiara itself is designed like a boomerang. She is meant to throw it and it will always come back to her. She wears the indestructible bracelets of submission. These pieces of armor were formed from the aegis of Zeus. These bracelets are able to block blades, bullets, beams, and other attacks, and is able to discharge lightning. Wonder Woman has proven herself worthy of the title of Wonder Woman many times. She is one of the most powerful beings in the Justice League and can go toe-to-toe with Superman. But she is not perfect. She initially had trouble fitting into American society, is vulnerable to piercing weapons such as blades, arrows, and bullets, and has a hard time fighting when blind. And that's Team DC. By the way it looks, they're bringing a lot of power and durability to the table. But now it's time to see who would win in a fight. These are the rules for this fight. There is no scenario for this round, nor is there any prep time. The only characters that fight will be the selected few. No help from anyone outside of the team. Now, let us begin.
Fight!
desire. Thought that you could see the truth. I just burned down the booth. Human Torch can't fuck with me. Johnny Blaze, suspect me. Strike him quick, lightning fast. Melt them bitches down to ash. Gasoline, kerosene. Strike a match, ignite the scene. Shit will never be the same. Feel the fury of my flame. Beg for mercy, it won't help. Embrace the ending you were dealt. Seems you fucks will never learn. That's the
So why did Marvel win? Well, let me explain. Superman and Green Lantern are easily some of the most broken characters in this fight. Batman could take down Captain America since he mastered every fighting style, Wonder Woman is hands down the third toughest in terms of superpowers to take down. Aquaman's ability to use sea creatures in water could drown and destroy Wolverine and Deadpool if given the chance. And Superman is more than capable of breaking adamantium. But Marvel had them outclassed in every other regard. Iron Man could easily take down Joker, Batman, Steel, and Aquaman due to its level of technology being at a higher level. Spider-Man could easily counter the best that Batman and Wonder Woman could offer due to its martial arts and the spider sense. Aquaman's abilities were pretty much ineffective against everyone else on Marvel's side, especially characters like the Hulk. Cap's shield is more durable than regular adamantium, thus making it harder for Superman to break, especially considering that it could even be destroyed by a supernova. The Joker's unpredictability is no substitute for Deadpool's unpredictability either, since Deadpool's strange ability to pull out or use something you don't expect and get whatever information he wants on somebody at will further makes him dangerous. Furthermore, opponents that can predict and copy the moves of others couldn't figure Deadpool out. Hulk, Wolverine, and Deadpool all have impressive regeneration, which surprisingly many of the iconic DC characters lack in comparison. And Hulk would easily become strong enough to beat Superman in this fight, especially since Superman struggles against a similar being named Doomsday. But Marvel's true trump card came in the form of Phoenix. She is officially a higher power class than both Superman and Green Lantern, and she could easily get through Superman's invulnerability, even though not directly fighting him. And before you DC fans get angry, let's just put this straight. A one-on-one battle is drastically different from a 7-on-7, since both Marvel and DC have an equal chance at winning. But for this fight, looks like DC stands for dead characters. The winner is Marvel.